I'm Jonathan Harris, and I'm president of the IPG. As we approach Christmas and the end of 2020, I'm delighted to be joined by our chief executive, Bridget Shine, to look back over the last extraordinary year and to consider some of the IPG's challenges and highlights during this time of pandemic. Bridget, get us going. What would you say have been the challenges and also the opportunities for publishers in 2020?
Well, Jonathan, how long have you got? So the big challenges for independent publishers in 2020 was obviously the hit to print sales, the closure of the bookshops right at the beginning, distribution and credit control problems. The collapse of Bertram's has impacted considerably a lot of publishers and distributors. And I think there are lessons to be learned from that. So there have been some really remarkable challenges. You couldn't really make it up. We'd never imagined that it would have been about a global pandemic. You will remember that we had a board strategy day in February.
We did.
And one of our board members, Caroline from Search Press, said, I don't think London Book Fair is going to be the same this year. How prophetic that was. It has been the most extraordinary year. But obviously, with challenges come opportunities, and we've seen the independent publishing sector really rise to those challenges. COVID has demonstrated it's been the real revealer and accelerator of things. So pretty much all of our members have reported much stronger digital sales.
Yeah.
So we did a survey of our members in the autumn, and 71% of our members who responded said that they saw their print sales fall, but 51% saw digital sales increase. Many of them are ending the year in a much stronger position thanks to their sort of digital sales and their strategies and their entrepreneurial outlook and their ability to respond to everything that gets thrown at them, frankly.
The end of the year is considerably more rosy than we might have imagined remotely in March and April, when everything looked doom and gloom, everything was closed, Bertram's was going bust. For many of our members, and probably many other publishers as well, the year has not been as ghastly as we thought it was going to be.
Absolutely. I've heard it multiple times, all their sort of reforecasting and their worst case scenarios that they did at the beginning of the year. They have performed considerably better than that. That's been incredibly heartening to hear. A testament to our industry and to our independent publishers who have just really risen. You think about the whole sort of working from home, that did take some adjustment, obviously, for some companies. Others were able to respond very quickly. 88% of our members said that the shift has been successful. That really just shows how important it is to be able to adapt.
I remember Nigel Newton of Bloomsbury telling me that in about April, I think, that he'd always been against the idea of home working. He now could understand what Zoom did and was actually delighted with it and didn't expect to go back to the previous status quo.
I've just come out of an IPG team meeting. One or two of the team members said, we so look forward to seeing each other and being together again in 2021. There is no substitute for being together, but it is amazing what you can do. We've worked harder this year than ever before, I think, and hopefully that's been shown.
How would you say that COVID has impacted the IPG itself, and what have we been able to do to help our members?
The first impact that it had was London Book Fair not taking place, the biggest event that the IPG has. We have 100 exhibitors. That has had a big impact on us, obviously. I was adamant that we were going to have our spring conference in some format, bringing people together and sharing best practice. It's what we're all about. We pivoted and we put on a hugely successful spring conference, and it was successful in every single way. We had more membership engagement. We had fantastic support from our sponsors and our exhibitors, and the generosity of members sharing great content. So you mentioned Nigel Newton. We had a range of publishers sharing what their strategy was in COVID. We've just come out of doing 2 very successful virtual conferences. We did our awards virtually. We've had buddy hours. We did a buddy project. I really would like to think that IPG has reflected our members in the sense that we've looked at where are these opportunities and how can we support our members. It has been really humbling, the wonderful emails that we've had from members saying how much they value the support that we've given. In times of uncertainty, you need the security of an umbrella organisation, and I really hope that we have supported our members as they would have expected us to.
And that range of resources has provided all sorts of help, I think, whether it's credit control or working from home or new regulations or what's to do when X, Y or Z happens. I mean, it's been an extraordinary thing to be able to deliver, I think.
We've learned so much. I am so proud of the team. Everybody just knuckled down and we just got on with it. So there's pretty much nothing we can do other than, sadly, world peace and a vaccine. You and I had a conversation back in April saying, if we do a virtual spring conference, it's got to be good. It's got to be slick, because That's how we do our physical events. I've just been really grateful to you and to the whole board for all the support. We have taken a financial hit this year. We made our spring conference free. Our events are what feed us. Our subscription, as you know, we try to keep that very low so that we're all inclusive.
You provided the focal point for making all that happen. Very often it's the members who deliver into that anyway, and thereby help each other.
We've always done a mentoring program, which has been very successful, but we created a buddy project. And that was just literally for one publisher to be able to pick up the phone to somebody else and say, I'm just having a problem with this. What would you do? Or just to compare notes. And that's worked really well. So much so that a few months down the line, we then had a buddy hour. And we just brought people together in small groups just to, again, compare notes, exchange experiences. The joy of coming to an IPG event is that people tell you what doesn't work, what hasn't worked, as well as what does. And that's shorthand for other publishers to learn from that.
So as we look ahead, what do you think's in store for the IPG next year?
We're really excited about some of the new things that we're doing for our members in 2021. The first of which is the International Publishing Forum, which is going to take place in March. And that will be all about networking for our members and the international publishing community. This is our inaugural event. It's our conferences, our flagship events, good content, fantastic exchanging information. This is about one-to-one meetings. It's something that we've done at book fairs on a smaller scale, and now we're just making it bigger. We will have smaller events as well. So we are doing, for example, in January, which is a little lead up actually to the forum, and a rights meeting. How are you selling rights in an online environment, comparing notes and sharing best practice. In addition to lots of newer events that we did in 2020, we also got back to business as usual in some things, or some of the key things. So we have our Sustainability Action Group. We had a meeting last week. 40 of our members joined us online, and we had a presentation from Cambridge University Press, who won our Green Award, our Environmental Sustainability Award, and that's been really powerful. And then our Vice Chair, Amanda Ridout, leads an industry sustainability group, and that has been about looking at the supply chain in the industry. We've also have diversity and inclusivity. That has been hugely well received by the members, despite all the new things and taking us through COVID. We've also looked at the really core industry initiatives that we should all be thinking about. And then also in 2021, we've got the B word to think about.
Quite.
But, you know, I just think that our members in particular, they have responded with such skill and agility to all the challenges that a global pandemic has thrown up, that they'll look for the opportunities amongst the challenges with that.
And do you foresee that we will continue to run virtual conferences during 2021? I mean, clearly we all hope that we might be able to get back to having face-to-face, but virtual is part of the mix?
Definitely. Our spring conference, which will take place in May, we're working on the assumption that that's going to be a virtual conference. In the autumn, we're hoping that our September autumn conference will be a hybrid. So we'll have a physical one in London, but we'll also have the virtual alongside it. We'll be able to beam in people from all around the world. One of the things that I hope that we've done extremely well this year is that we have had enhanced membership engagement. So we've had more people from a member company engage in IPG events. And I think by having a hybrid conference, for example, I hope that that will also open it up so those who are not able to travel for whatever reason.
And we announced a little while ago that we're going to be working on the Publishing Training Centre as of next year. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about that.
The plan is that we will take over the running in March 2021. It's a fantastic opportunity. We will be able to deliver and to make training more accessible for everyone. As you know, Jonathan, the IPG has a good track record with our Skills Hub,
right,
which is our online training platform. We're immensely honoured and privileged to be taking over the PTC next year, and I'm really confident that it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for our members.
Yes, I'm sure.
Because we thought we didn't have enough work to do. I mean, I should just point that out.
Right.
I think it's a real weakness of the industry that we do not have a proper accredited training program for people to come in and all the way through. So this is our opportunity to make a difference.
In general, how optimistic are you for independent publishing next year?
Oh, I'm always optimistic. I think there will be challenges. We did ask our members how confident they felt in the long run, and 56% were optimistic about the future and only 15% pessimistic. There will definitely be challenges with the supply chain and with adjusting to Brexit in terms of just granular stuff. There is always a solution for everything. We just have to find it, and we just need to make sure that we communicate as well as we can to our members, how to do better business. And, with the support of our members, I'm confident that everybody will thrive.
Well, Bridget, it's been a tremendous year. So on behalf of the membership, I'd like to say thank you to you and to your team.
Thank you.
For everything you've done. And we look forward to 2021 with great confidence and great enthusiasm.